Welcome to your practice. This class today will focus on the shoulders and the neck and the arms to help us relieve tension in these areas. You won't need any specific props for this practice. I will use a massage ball for one of the exercises, but if you don't have one, it will not make any difference. So let's begin in a child's pose. So find your way onto your mat with your knees as wide as the mat, your toes touching, and then stretch your arms all the way out long. You can soften the head down to the floor, or you can leave it off the floor, just resting on your forearms. If you like, you can also place a cushion under your forehead to take the weight away. And allow this to be a time where you settle in, where you drop into your inner landscape of your body, closing the eyes, removing any external distractions from your vision, and increasing your ability to read the sensations in your body. Beginning at your toes, we'll scan up piece by piece. So feeling into the tips of your toes, working your way up the soles of your feet, the tops of your feet. Noticing the quality of the earth beneath you, the mat, the floor, the textures. Moving up through the shins, the calf muscles, behind the knees, the kneecaps. Noticing the sensations up the thighs and the hips. Working your way softly up the spine, back of the body, the front of the body. Checking in, noticing any niggles or tightness that may be present. And without judgment, just simply take note and move on. Maintaining a long, slow breath through the nose. Continuing to work your way up the neck, the back of the head, the top, your ears. And coming back to your shoulders, working your way up your arms, your elbows, into the palms of your hands, the tops of your hands, and all 10 fingers. Returning to your face. Can you soften your jaw, behind the eyes, and cheekbones? Now with the next breath in, without rushing, I'd like you to pull your hands back towards your legs. Allow the head to be heavy as you move your hands, gazing down, eyes still closed. And now when the hands reach your hips, lift your head And assist yourself to bring the knees together. And your hands can rest, palms facing up on the legs. Return to your breath. Take a big breath in through the nose. And exhale with a sigh. You can keep your eyes closed here, or you can gently allow light to enter. Again, no rush in opening the eyelids. We'll begin with some shoulder shrugs or scapular rotations. Your hands can remain on your thighs or they can rest by your sides, whichever feels comfortable. They don't have to be stuck in any particular position, as we want to maintain the focus in the shoulder blades and the shoulders. So lift your shoulders up towards your ears and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Keep your lower ribs in here. And then pull the shoulder blades down towards your hips. And then push the shoulder blades forward. And then up towards your ears. Squeeze them together. And then down. And smoothing out those circles, those rotations. And bringing breath into your movement. So as you inhale, we lift the shoulder blades up. And exhale, we bring them down. Inhaling. And exhaling. 2 more, just like that. Big breath in. And breath out. Last one in this direction. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. And then the opposite direction. So squeeze them together, the shoulder blades, lifting up to the ears, and then press them forward and down. Around 5 big circles, no rush. Move as slow as you can. You can close the eyes here, and this is quite good to take the whole mind into the movement, allowing you to move deeper into where you feel the sensations most, where you may find tension. Take your breath there. Good. And when you finish those 5, allow the shoulders to relax and breathe. Just feeling into the sensations here with closed eyes. Okay. Now take your hands to your knees and we'll move gently through the spine. So removing any tension that may have been created from that movement. So inhale, we lift the chest up. Focus on moving the spine from behind the scapula. So inhale, lift, and then exhale, round. Inhale, open. Gazing up to the sky, and exhale, closing. And the head is moving into the chin. Well, the chin is moving into the chest last. Inhale, we lift the chest, then the chin and the gaze. And then the tailbone tucks. And we round the low back, mid back, upper back and neck. Last one. Breathing in. And breathing out. Back to neutral spine. Let's come off of the knees for a moment. That could be quite a lot on the heels. And just rolling out your ankles in one direction and then the other direction. This is where a cushion or a block can come in handy. In fact, I think I'll use that now. So if you have one, feel free to use it. It takes a lot of the pressure off of the feet and the ankles. Okay, now coming into the wrist joints. I'll turn around so you can see. So as you can see here, I'm using just a massage ball. You can use a tennis ball or just making a fist with your hand. Okay, so I want you to hold on to, we'll start with the right hand, and I want you to hold on to the right wrist with the left hand. So we keep this nice and stable. And then let's move the whole fist all the way to the left, so the inside, okay? And while we're doing that, I don't want you to lift your wrist up, okay? So keeping it level, as though you're balancing something on here on your wrist and you don't want it to fall, okay? And then rotate down, so flexing the wrist, and then moving the hand over to the right side, okay? And then full rotation, we take the hand up, keep holding firmly onto whatever it is that you're holding, and then move over to the left, slowly, and then creating big circles. So this left hand is just helping hold everything in place. My hand has full tension here so that I can isolate the movement into the wrist, and my body isn't compensating in any way, so that I can get full benefit from this movement. Okay, then change direction. You can add breath to the movement here. I like to keep my gaze completely on the wrist, one focus. And the longer you do this, you can feel that the wrist begins to fatigue. So what we're doing with our grip here is irradiating tension. So using our own strength to add resistance. And as a result, we are helping to strengthen our wrists as well as bring fluidity to that space. And just let that go for a moment and place whatever you're holding down by your side and close your eyes. Just noticing the sensations in your right side compared with your left. Perhaps you'll feel a warmth radiating up the right forearm. Perhaps a little tension, allowing that settle. Okay, let's take it over to the left side. Same again. So again, holding onto your arm, your wrist, keeping it nice and strong. Either clasp a strong fist or hold on to a ball. Okay, and then we'll move inside first. So in towards the midline, okay? And then flexing the wrist down and slowly moving the hand over to the left. And then up, squeezing in, over to the right, and down. So we'll do around 5 in one direction and then 5 in the other. When you feel comfortable with this movement, bringing breath into that space. Inhaling as you lift the hand towards the forearm. Exhaling as you move it down. And these movements are really slow, So it's very common for your mind to wander. Let's change direction. Another 5. So keep your whole focus on that wrist. We use our wrists and our hands so much in yoga. So giving them some care is always a good idea. Okay, and release. Okay, place whatever it is you're holding down to the side and let both hands rest on the legs. Closing the eyes and returning to your breathing. Okay, opening your eyes and we'll move up to the elbows. So for this, I'll face this direction. Okay, and we keep both elbows at the same time in this movement. So starting as though you're holding a tray with both hands, and then lift your hands towards your shoulders. Okay, then turn the hands to face forward. Keep your fingers nice and strong and straight, and then your hands down towards the floor. As you can see, my arms are a little long here for this position, so I can just sit up onto my knees. Also takes the pressure off of there. And then turn the hands up towards the face forward. I want you to squeeze your arms into your body and then pull your hands towards you. Okay, so we want to create some level of resistance here. Exhale all the way down. Inhale forward and up. So we're really squeezing, like you're pushing something heavy away. Inhale and exhale. And we'll reverse the direction. So this time the hands are facing away, and then press hands facing up towards the shoulders. And then facing the shoulders with the palms, and then down. Okay, a few more just like that. Keep the ribs hugging in, the arms tight, the back tight. Your whole mind into your elbows. If you notice any cracks and creaks, that's completely normal. And the more we do these movements, you'll notice we'll be ironing those out. Breathing in and breathing out. Release. Okay, so shrugging the shoulders here. Perhaps removing a prop from under you and sitting down between your heels. Okay, I'd like you to take your fingertips behind your back and press into your shins and lift into your chest. Exhale, lower the hips down to the floor. Inhale. So similar to a camel pose, but with less intensity in the low back. And by less intensity, I mean none whatsoever. And then pressing in. Squeeze the scapula together, lift the chest, navel into spine, squeeze the glutes, and lower down. Sitting back on your heels or onto a prop. And let's move into the neck. So both hands by your side, you can hold them into a fist off the floor to create that tension. And then take the left ear down to the left shoulder. And just breathe here and feel any tension that you have down the right side of the neck. Now let's turn the nose to point down towards the left corner of your mat. And drawing a diagonal, so maybe you're gazing at your nose and you're drawing a diagonal with your nose, and take your gaze up towards the sky. And then drawing it again down towards the floor. Staying strong and firm in your right hand and your left hand. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. And you can make those drawings, the wiggly lines if you like. It doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe making some small circles, just noticing and exploring around any tension that you have on the right side of your neck. Okay, and release up. Okay, hands on your lap, close your eyes again. Big breath in and exhale with a sigh. Releasing tension from your neck. Okay, open your eyes. Let's do the other side. Okay, strong hands, strong arms. And your right ear to your right shoulder. And first checking in with the tension that is present along the left side. And this side is different for me. I can feel that tension radiating all the way down to my elbow. So I know there's quite a considerable amount of tightness around. Without judgment, we just notice the sensations as we begin the practice. Okay, and then let's take the nose down towards the right shoulder, drawing that diagonal all the way up. And then down. I'd like you to go nice and slow here. And if at any point you feel there's what feels like a roadblock, pause and don't push through it, move around it. If there's ever any pain, I want you to move out of the sensation until there is no pain. Tightness is absolutely fine, but when you have that really sharp, noticeable sensation, we don't want to aggravate anything. Okay, and then you can create some wiggles, draw something with your nose. And release. So hands resting on the legs, close the eyes. Okay, now let's make some semicircles with the neck. So take the left ear to left shoulder and then lower the chin down towards the chest, moving past your collarbones and then your right ear, right shoulder, and just pendulum side to side. Again, really soft and smooth. We don't want to make any jarring movements. It's a very delicate area, so take it easy. Move with care. And for me, this feels really good. I hope it does for you too. The side to side. And release back up to the center. Nice work. Close the eyes. Just tuning in to how the body feels. Taking a moment of stillness. See where you can soften. Okay. Well, let's finish this practice in a child's pose. So again, stretch your arms out long. Lower your head down to the floor. And taking note of how this child's pose feels in comparison to the first one you did in the practice. Taking a long, deep breath in through the nose. And exhale with a sigh. You're welcome to end your practice here or move on to another flow, a meditation or a breath practice. Or perhaps you are now ready to return to your day, whatever you need to do. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and I look forward to seeing you on the mat again soon.